It was a sunny day anyway. So why should we complain? It was a sunny day anyway.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Thunder and Lightning Gaming Podcast. I'm Thunder.
I'm Lightning.
Lightning, how was your week?
My week was good. I'm trying to think of some highlights about my week, and not that I had nothing good happen to me this week, but I am definitely a little dry on fun tidbits.
Okay.
I've been doing something fun, but it's nothing I want to get super into detail about.
You shoving this cord into your shoe? There's something
I am
fun that you've
shoving
been
this
doing?
cord into my shoe, and you don't need to worry about that.
Oh, okay.
But it's keeping it in place. But I everybody's gonna laugh at me, but I've been writing a musical, as you know.
Oh, I knew this.
Yeah, you did. I wasn't. I'm not telling a lot of people now. I am.
I was like, I have a feeling I'm not going to laugh at you, and then I didn't.
Well, no, but because you knew. But it's not like I say I'm writing a musical, but like I'm writing pieces with intent for them to become a musical.
Yeah.
I've-
You haven't written, I've noticed, any lyrics yet.
I have.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I've written an overture, and now I'm working on the prologue.
All right.
The overture does not have lyrics,
Right, of course.
but the prologue does, and I have written some lyrics for the prologue. It's essentially what a prologue should be. It's explaining what to expect.
Yeah.
But the overture almost crashed this program on my computer.
Oh.
This program, I'm using Flat, which isn't industry standard site. I just picked whatever was free, and then I went from free to cheap because I did
Well, you
pay for
also-
the full
Premium,
experience. Yeah,
Well, you also wanted one that you could access from your phone.
that's correct. Which is funny because the overture crashes. You cannot listen to it on my phone. Unlistenable.
Interesting.
It's just too much.
And it's not an app, right? You said this is an in-browser
No,
deal?
so it is also an app. So I have
okay.
it downloaded. I have the little icon on my computer, which I didn't think there was. But the last time I went on my computer, they were like, "You want to just install the app?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, I do." As a matter of fact, and so I did, and I bought the premium, which was only $49. And it did open a world of different things that I could
Nice.
do. I can run down the list of how many instruments I have on the overture versus how many instruments it takes to crash this entire system. I don't want to check my profile. What are you doing? I've done it. No, I don't want to create. That was so weird. It just gave me a tutorial on the app, but like, shut up. All right. We're just being silly. Now. And okay, thank you. So I have I got piano, violin, viola, cello, contrabass, oboe, flute, clarinet, bassoon, piccolo, distorted guitar, which sounds like a sitar on this site because
Okay.
they have no clue how to do that. Horn and C, organ, jingle bells, triangle, timpani, marching cymbals, and oriental gongs.
Is that
which-
instrument really called Jingle Bells?
Yes.
Did they make a song named after an instrument, or did they name the instrument after the popular folk song?
That's an excellent question. I'm sure there's an answer to. I would assume jingle bells came first. So that's all the instruments in the overture, which is a lot.
Yeah.
If I brought this to my local theater company and was like, make this, they'd be like, okay, well, first of all, half of this has to be digital. And I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. This started crashing on the phone at Oboe.
Okay.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 instruments. Oboe is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's maybe I wonder why that is. I wonder it's your phone is old, or if they just overestimated.
I think it's the second one. I think I called this app's bluff.
Yeah.
They were like, here's a bunch of instruments, you're gonna make a rock band song, we know you are, or a jazz song, we know. And then I'm like, no, I want an 18 instrument orchestral piece, please. And it was like, oh, all right. I mean, on the computer it does okay.
Yeah.
Not as good as I'd want it to. There's one section where the tempo gets crazy and it's like, okay, we made it through. But that's the only issue on the computer. The phone is like, nah, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Why did you do this?
Can I ask you a question about your week?
Yeah.
Did you watch Lego
I
Masters?
did watch Lego Masters. I didn't know if we were gonna talk about that here. I did watch Lego Masters. I've already picked the team I want to win and my runner-up team I want to win.
Okay, lay it on me.
So the team I want to win are the two Viking brothers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My runner-ups are the ones who won this week.
Which one was that again?
The
Asians,
the
right?
Asian brothers. They
Yeah.
made the I'm trying to think of what
The
it's
two
called. The
dragons, yeah.
Yeah.
They're very talented.
They're both
people
those teams are very talented.
Yeah. No, but I noticed that the Asian, I think they were brothers. I can't remember quite yet. There's
Yeah,
only been one
yeah.
episode. But they were very like, I feel like they were very like, we're good, I guess. And then they did like the best Lego thing I've ever seen.
That was super cool. The World Serpent was really cool
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. I'd be lying if my favorite team wasn't old biker people.
Oh, do you like old biker people?
As soon as they like came in, I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" to be this cool. I know their thing this week kind of sucked, but they weren't last.
They weren't last. It did suck though, because my dad was also gonna go that route. But the more they were making it, we were in comparison to the other people. It's like, oh no.
Yeah. No, they're definitely not gonna last long. I just love them so much.
No, they're cute.
They like. Yeah.
Are they your pick to go for it?
I mean,
You still figuring it out?
It's one of those things where like, if they do win, I'll be like, yeah, I was your team the whole time. But like, I'm sitting here approaching episode 2 being like, they're not gonna win.
No, right.
Also, like, I know it's a reality show and they probably tell them to, act up a bit, but like, I knew no one was going home.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Whatever her fucking name was like, no one's going home. I was like, yeah, no shit.
There was one team out of the bottom 2 that deserved it. I was like,
I can't remember. Was it the creepy married couple was last place, right?
They were, yes. Don't you love how they kept the same types of teams? The creepy married couple.
Yeah. I love that the creepy married but also white couple were almost voted off episode 1, as if the producers of the show are like, look, we don't have favoritism. Don't get pregnant.
Or then you'll have to win.
Am I wrong though? They've both got weird eyes, but for different reasons.
Yes.
Like her eyes are too big and his are too small.
I wasn't gonna comment on their appearance, but they were just weird.
Yeah. They're weird.
You mean they were weird looking? I
They
wasn't
were weird
going that
acting,
way.
too.
Yeah, no, they were
You
odd.
could be both.
Yeah, no, you absolutely can be. I didn't think we were talking about that kind of weird. You said
No,
weird,
see,
and I was like, yeah, they were odd.
Tyler and Amy were like odd. They definitely gave off the vibe of like Christian parents.
Well, I was just gonna
and
say,
they were also like,
you've never seen The Purge.
no, I haven't.
They give off Purge vibes to me. Like,
Yeah.
like they'd be out there with an axe and the mask on, and they take the mask off, and you're just as horrified as when they had the mask on.
But when it's not the Purge, I feel like they're like teaching Sunday school or something.
Yeah, I mean, well, they definitely gave off a vibe of like, they gave off the vibe of harmless on the surface,
Yeah.
but horrifying underneath.
Yeah,
and
and
those are Purge people.
I think the and I know that it's a show about Legos, but like I was thinking about this the other day. I really don't think the majority of the viewers are children, especially because
No.
this is airing on Fox.
Of course
Um,
not.
They really came off as like we're the family friendly ones, but like every time like something got real or like they almost lost, you could see like, oh, I think they might actually be the Joker and Harley Quinn. They're really terrifying.
Yeah. There was that toxic team from last year who made it to third place.
Yeah.
They- He was, somebody pulled him aside and they were like, you gotta chill out.
Sam and Jessica. Yeah,
Yeah.
he should we talked about this last season. He should be embarrassed.
Oh,
at
the way
himself.
he acted?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. And then never mind. I don't want to judge anyone else.
So-
I already said the new married couple looks creepy.
So I wasn't expecting you to say old biker
They're just
couple.
so cool.
No, okay.
Why did they do Lego Masters? Why are they like they're just so cool?
You can have multiple hobbies.
No, I know. I didn't expect like
Both expensive. I'm just realizing right now.
yeah.
Both expensive hobbies.
Yeah.
The Viking brother team brought up an excellent point.
But yeah, what happened?
He was like, "Can we take this home?" And I was like, "Oh my god, that would be like my first question too." Like,
oh, the thing they made?
yeah, like what are you doing with this?
Right.
If not
It's not Explosion
giving
Week.
it to us, right?
So, because the winning
Or-
one, obviously, the winning one obviously gets like a display in Lego Land or whatever.
Right. But that's the last piece.
Right. This is week 1. They made an incredible thing.
Yeah.
It moves. Just let them take it home.
Or is every week Explosion Week and we just don't know it?
Oh no.
Actually, no, that's got to be it because they tell you the piece count
Oh right. They tell
that they
you how
have
many
at the
pieces
beginning,
they
so
have.
they are destroying
So they
those things
must.
after every build.
There's got to be
Oh.
like because these competitions are like 14, 24 hours long. You know.
Yeah.
Anywhere between there. So you got to think that like this is a 2-day shoot. They're taking breaks.
Right.
They're getting food. So there's got to be like a half a day of production dedicated to taking apart
Yeah.
the Lego Masters.
Or you just push.
Well, no, because they have to put them back in their respected color.
Well, yeah, you
boxes.
start with a push, and then you
Just not even explosion, just a gentle push.
yeah, just knock it on the ground. But yeah, I am watching Lego Masters. I'm very excited. So
It's only one
you're-
episode in
your old biker couple.
for now.
Who's your backup? For now, here's how we play. You have till next episode to finalize your picks.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair because no one got voted off. Let's
No
see
one
who
got
gets voted
voted
off
off,
first, and then I'll pick a favorite.
You also don't get enough of an introduction
right,
to these people.
just like last season, we didn't even meet all the
right.
contestants
Right.
yet in there. Like, hi, we're this. I do think, and I don't want to just like agree with you because that's what happened last time. But I do the people the brothers who were like, we have Viking blood
Yeah,
and we're gonna
yeah.
make Jormungandr for our literal first one. It really depends on what happens next because
Yep.
if every single thing they do is like now
Is
we're gonna
Viking
do the
related,
world tree.
right? Right.
Now we're gonna do the Nidhogg. It's
It was-
like, well, we get it.
I think they did that because they were like something that's meaningful to you,
Right.
And they nailed it. That was super
oh
cool.
yeah.
I will say the judges had a great point. Just make the two dudes you. Why didn't you make the two dudes
Oh yeah.
in the boat you?
Yeah.
Because they made the World Serpent chasing a Viking boat, and there's two little dudes on there. And part of what the judges want to see is the story behind your build.
Right.
For those of you who haven't seen this excellent show, if you care at all about Legos, it's a fantastic show.
Yeah. Fox Tuesdays at 8.
And these two dudes, the brothers, are just like, oh, it's two guys on a boat, and and we're Vikings, so that's why we made this. And the judges were like,
That's what fucked Crystal and Amy. They have to also be good storytellers, which is
Crystal
kind of unfair.
and Amy
The cosplayers who was my favorite, and then they
from last season.
yeah.
Yes, yeah, you're right. They made some cool builds, but like,
but when it came
was no
story
story
time, they
to
were
it.
like, I don't know, it's a thing.
well, that can kill you. So that's my concern
That's
about the
literally
brothers.
the reason they were voted off.
And I'm not gonna lie. So all four of my family members watch this, and we watch it
Nice.
together. But we all like to pick. But sometimes it's obvious who the good ones,
Right.
you know. So my dad and my sister picked the two Asian brothers early off. My mom picked the Viking brothers early off. So I was like, I'll even the playing field, but my heart is with the other two brothers because I think they're gonna go home with it. Also, did you hear that the Viking brothers won against Adam and Amy from last season in another competition?
Oh, they did say that,
Yeah.
didn't they? Yeah.
And I was sitting there like, yeah, it's not that tough. It's almost like they didn't. I say that, but like if I was a competitive Lego builder, I feel like
right.
you should at least aspire to be as good as they were.
Yeah. Yeah. What was I gonna say? I don't know. It's gone.
I think that's enough about Lego Masters.
Yeah.
We'll tune in at the end of the season, I'm sure.
Yeah. We're not gonna talk about that every episode. It is good though.
Oh, yeah.
And it Masked Singer ended, and woo. But now that it's over,
And
Lego
Fozzie
Masters-
won?
Lego Masters is here. No, Nick Lachey from 98 Degrees won. Which, if I may, just for a moment, first white dude. It was a black dude. It's been a black dude, a black woman, and a white woman. So for the first time, a white dude won.
Oh, wow.
Not important. Just something I noticed.
No, you're keeping track. We all heard.
Yeah, it was T-Pain and then Wayne Brady and then Candy Burris and then Leanne Rimes, and now
Okay.
Nick Lachey.
Wayne Brady probably deserved it. He's a
Wayne-
phenomenal singer.
Wayne Brady. There was a Christmas episode and he sang "This Christmas."
Oh, you told me. Yeah.
Yeah, I found a video of him singing "This Christmas" on the Ellen Show.
Yeah.
And I was like, yep, there it is. Like, we were already kind of like, that's probably Wayne Brady. And then it, like, was. I was just like, that's Wayne Brady. Good
Yeah.
job. I don't want to talk about Masked Singer. I really don't.
No, that's fine.
But I was just saying that literally that ended 1 week, and then the next week was Lego Masters.
I've got a crazy question for you.
Yeah, sure.
How was your week?
Oh, my week. See, I'm in a difficult spot when it comes to this podcast, because this is normally where I would talk about D&D, but we haven't played D&D yet.
That's this upcoming week.
Yeah, because we usually do it
You'll be
on
ready for next week.
we usually do it on a weekend, but this time we're doing it on a Tuesday, and I'm still writing it, I'm still doing it, so I would talk about it, but you are in fact one of the players in
I bet I am.
the game that I DM, so I'm not going to be able to reveal any of that. I did, I edited a Dr. Payne video. If you want to watch that, it's up right now. This goes up Friday, so it went up Sunday. That was fun. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I didn't do as many, like, I feel like all the editing I did was very like complimentary to what was happening. Like, I feel like it was just a good episode and I didn't have to do much, I guess is what I'm saying.
Sure.
So a lot of my editing is like adding subtitles or zooming in or something.
Right.
Like, there was not many like, now I'm going to cut to this funny meme
Yeah,
or
visual
something.
gags.
Yeah. No, it was
a solid
good.
episode.
It was fun. And also I was on it, and I feel like I didn't do that terrible.
Yeah,
I
you did
feel
a
like
good job.
the last time you and I have talked about this with each other. The last time we batch record Dr. Payne episodes, so we film 6 at a time. Not this 6, the 6 that are going up right now, but last 6. I feel like you and I felt like we were really cringy on camera.
Yeah.
I feel like we were like, even though we've been, doing Let's Play
It's
stuff
it's
for
a
a year.
different vibe because you're adding another person in the mix.
Right. Also, we're not, I know it's on our channel, but like, we're not the host.
Right.
For once, we're not the host.
We got to take a seat.
Right.
We're the guests.
And I think that's where the cringy awkwardness came from last time. I feel
Yeah.
like we were like, well, it's our channel, but it's this time I feel like the unicorn episode that you were on and the dollar store episode that I was on, and then we're both going to be on the next one, so look out for that in July. I feel like they were pretty good. I feel like we've gotten our we found our
stride.
our on-camera Dr. Payne legs,
Yeah.
And,
No, I agree.
I was proud of myself. I was like, I'm not awkward in this, and I'm actually kind of
No, that's
being funny.
exactly how I felt about the unicorn episode.
Mm,
Can't say the same about the first episodes we were in.
right. Yeah.
Also, not to pat our backs too hard, I think we are helping the show tastefully. I feel like there's just enough of other people involved.
Mm,
And, Pauline is behind the camera, but she gets a few
Yeah.
little things in here and there. And I feel like it's a nice chemistry
yeah.
of everybody doing what like, at the end of the day, we're there to be cameramen, but
Right.
we also happen to be personalities on the same channel, so
Right.
might as well utilize us.
No, it's very it's almost like an Easter egg, especially if it's an episode with just him, because it's like,
Right.
well, it's just him, but the other two are there. So if they
Right.
happen to say something funny, maybe it'll make it in. You're like, oh yeah, you're on this is the Thunder and Lightning channel. There
Right.
they are in the background.
Or there they are on the table.
On the on the table. There's a I forgot, I never told you about this. The last episode, the episode you were in, when you're like laying on the table,
Mm.
we had like 2 cameras set
Oh
up.
no, I know. There was a crotch shot of me on
there's
the
a
table.
part, I obviously didn't put it in, but there's a part where you're on the table and you could just hear Pauline like really trying to hold back her giggling. And that's because if I were to cut to her camera, all she sees is lightning crotch. Just like taking up like
Ooh. Can we get a little clip? Not a clip of what happened, but can we, like, how I have lightning round? I have a
You want
visual
a
for lightning round.
you
I want
a
a
lightning crotch graphic.
lightning crotch.
We'll see. We'll see how Thursday looks when I'm editing this. No, it was just like essentially like a good 60% of the screen. It was essentially a
Yeah,
close up
well,
of crotch.
Well, the issue is that I was gonna say we've talked about this for too much, but that's the point of this podcast is you get behind the scenes stuff about us. So the way we set up Dr. Payne is there's the front desk camera that's
which usually doesn't move.
idle. Yeah, that just stays there. And then there's our secondary camera that, when stationary, is the table close-up shot.
Which, honestly, I basically like don't use very much. I think I've used it like a couple times.
Yeah, a
but like
handful.
if you'll notice, like this episode, it didn't
It's-
make it at all.
It's a good state. Like, what else are you gonna shoot
Right.
except the same exact angle the front is getting from the side, which you would never use.
Right.
So it's that camera barely gets utilized stationary as it is. So
Right.
when it's stationary, sure, why not have it zoomed in on the table? That's what I was gonna say. Is that camera usually gets up in Emery's face,
Yeah.
but of course it was zoomed right at my crotch because it was in the stationary position, which is the zoom in on the
Right.
table.
And you
camera.
were literally
I was the
laying
table.
on the table. Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
There's a secret edit of that video only in my head that you hear Pauline giggling and she's like trying to not laugh and ruin the take, and then it just cuts to what she sees.
I wouldn't have been upset about that.
No, I wasn't about to. I wasn't even gonna ask. I was like, I'm just not gonna include this. There's no way this is making it.
That was funny. I mean, I obviously saw that angle because it was on my camera,
Yeah.
so I know the angle you're talking about. I didn't know she was giggling.
Oh yeah, she's really holding it back. Yeah, it's funny. And you kind of notice, but your ears don't really focus on the
Right.
giggling when,
Also,
when the camera's this way. and
Yeah,
you're-
when the camera's that way, you assume she's giggling at me.
Right. Yeah, because you're literally like being silly, like laying on a table.
Yeah. Also, we're kind of unintentionally the laugh track of
Oh yeah.
Dr. Payne, which I like.
Yeah, that's
It lightens the mood.
yeah. God, that fucking. I hope people don't think that I was like hamming it up for the Zoom Tomb episode. I just absolutely lost it when he clicked the thing and then he tried to catch it and it went
Oh,
the wrong
yeah.
way. In the video, I'm like crying, laughing in the background, and that's all real. I was like, that's
If there's
so funny.
if there's any ham on my part, it's like 2%. I genuinely enjoy
Oh yeah.
making those videos, and I think
Yeah.
they're funny. If I didn't think they were funny, and if you didn't think they were funny, we wouldn't make them.
Right. Yeah. No, he and this is a testament to him as a performer and as a comedian, he continues to bring it.
Oh yeah.
We said we went to him and we're like, hey, do this, and he was like, okay, and then he like continues to like bring exactly the energy I expected him to bring.
The consistency of the character, which same as us, is essentially him to the next level. It's
Right.
just a oversaturated version of himself.
Right.
Is consistent. And it's got to be tough for him because at this point he only does it twice a year.
Right.
But no, he's been fantastic. He should take some improv classes because he's naturally gifted at it. Like if he had a little bit of education behind that, he'd be insane.
Yeah.
Because some of the things, honest to God, you think he did or said it on purpose.
Right.
But it's just quick wit.
Yeah.
Like that was our 7th take, but no, everything's live. There's no second takes.
I think we've done a second take. Like, I mean, we'll do a second take if like a camera messes up and we have to like just to like have him repeat the last thing he said.
Right.
But as far as like legitimate second takes go, I think we did one once, and I can't even remember what it was.
Sure, I don't remember. I'm sure you're right. But yeah, Dr. Paint.
Do we got any news we can blast
You
through?
say your thing, and I'm gonna rifle through my phone.
Yeah, so I have one thing. It's sort of video game news. It's not.
Okay.
It's not video game news, but it's related to video games. I am bringing it up now because our video game podcast is gonna be busy with other stuff.
Sure.
But so you know Injustice, right?
Yeah.
The DC superhero fighting game made by the people who make Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
Every Mortal Kombat game, Injustice included. You don't have any news?
No.
Okay, then we'll just do this, and then we'll get to your new segment, quote unquote. Every Mortal Kombat game and Injustice game has a mobile app. And it's essentially a fighting game, but it's like a very simplified, like 2-button version of the fighting game they have. And they're all still going. Like, even though Mortal Kombat 11 is out, you could still download and play and have access to the Mortal Kombat 10 app, you know?
Yeah.
The Injustice 2 app, which is still running, obviously, they did a thing that got some backlash, and I want to talk about it because I think it's a very interesting talking point. So it is Pride Month, of course. June is national, probably not international. I think it's National Pride Month.
I think it's National Pride Month because I think this is the month where gay marriage was legalized.
Oh, okay.
I think. I don't know.
I think it's national and not international because there are some countries that are still like openly against gay marriage.
Definitely.
Maybe
I'm wrong because Pride definitely was happening before it was legalized.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, that was because that was Obama.
Yeah.
Anyways, they held an event like they do all the time on this app, and it was essentially a Pride event.
Okay.
And
nothing harmful so far.
Well, yeah. So what happened was it's a fucking fighting game. So the way events work in that game is there's a spotlight character, and you fight him over and over and over again.
Oh,
and
so do you beat up
It was Poison Ivy.
Okay.
A very well-known bisexual DC comic character. So they were essentially like in celebration for Pride Month, beat the shit out of our gay character for as many times as you can.
I think they had good intentions.
See, that's where I'm at. I'm of two thoughts of this. Like, one, sure, there was a backlash. LGBT violence, especially LGBT female violence, is not cool and something that I would hope doesn't exist, but it definitely does. And telling your fans, like, Happy Pride Month, beat up on this LGBT figure.
See, but
also it's a fighting game.
Yeah, that's
so what else? How else are you gonna?
Right.
Because if the only other option is like we have a new banner it's the logo but with a rainbow in the background,
and then people would say they didn't do anything.
Yeah, I
or they treated it differently than other events that would has happened.
Right. Because I play Smite, and every time Smite does the bare minimum like that, like they're like, we have a free new avatar. It's Thor, but he's got a rainbow in the background. I'm like, all right, well, you could have just done nothing.
Right. Well, that's what I feel like the only way to correct this and make everybody happy is fighting a character that's openly anti-gay, but there's two issues with that.
One,
They're
aren't.
not going to put that in the game, and
In
they're
all-
not creating characters
Yeah,
like that
if there's
anymore.
any characters that are like, my thing is I hate gay people, they've lost that trait
Right.
decades ago.
Right. So it's I guess they go with option B, which is don't do anything.
Yeah.
And I'm sure next year that's what they're going to do. They're going to say we tried.
Have a normal event like.
Well, that is a normal event for them, right?
No, I know, but I mean like a non-LGBT. Like they're just like, this week it's Firestorm, and the plot is that he went evil. Oh, and it's Dark Firestorm, and you gotta, it's
Yeah.
just some random bullshit. Or it's TV's Flash. It's the Flash, but he's in the TV costume. Because clearly their LGBT their Pride Month event went south.
Yeah.
So.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying is next year either you do nothing or I don't know. I don't know how to correct that because I feel like they did everything they could. Still wasn't the right choice. I can absolutely see the other side of it.
Yeah, I can agree that it wasn't the right choice, and I think honestly, the right choice would be just do nothing.
I that's what I'm saying is I think next year that's the only option.
Just pretend, as far as your game goes and as far as your mobile game event calendar goes, just pretend Pride Month isn't a thing you're
Right.
celebrating, Because it's different if it's like, it's Christmas, you're going to fight Harley Quinn in a Christmas outfit. Like,
Right.
that,
Right.
okay, sure.
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Because it's not like, there's no such thing as like a Pride Month mascot or like
Right.
a Pride Month costume. So they did the next best thing, but the next best thing is too direct. They were like, it had too much of a direct correlation to violence.
right.
And I know it's a fighting game.
Right.
And that's kind of where I'm at. We're like, it's a fighting game. What else do you want them to do?
I think you leave it alone because
Yeah.
the major holidays make sense. Nobody's going to get upset you're beating up somebody in a Santa costume
Right.
or turkey costume, whatever the hell. Or if you're fighting a Scarecrow for Halloween
Right,
or
right.
something like that. But this, I guess you leave this one alone. And if you want to do anything, you make a banner or something. I would not like. I don't know how I could understand being like, hey, that wasn't the right choice. I don't know how hard people are protesting. Like, I wouldn't stop playing a game over that.
Right.
I think I'd be like,
No, I think people
you
just
know.
got upset. They took
Yeah.
the event down. They released a statement. You know what? I'm thinking about it now. Do you want to know what might have been a good compromise? And I don't know if the Injustice 2 mobile app does this because I've never played it, obviously. But Smash Brothers will do this sometimes. What they could do, and I'm not sure how many there are. There might just be the two, Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. But they could do like you're gonna beat up. Your options for this event are everyone to fight, but the only people you can fight as are the gay and bi characters. And that
that
might
would be
just
interesting.
be two. I think maybe Blue Beetle might be gay. I'm not quite sure, but as far as Injustice is concerned, I think it's just Poison Ivy and Harley. So that might be, maybe they were like, that's too limiting or whatever. But
Yeah.
because Smash Brothers will do that, they'll be like, it's Pokemon week, you can do a tournament, but everyone's a Pokemon. And
Right.
you can't play anyone else other than a Pokemon character. So that might work too. I'm gonna make a bold prediction.
Oh, okay.
Because you said blah 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 for next year's Pride event. I don't think there will be an Injustice 2 Pride event next year because I think there will be an
No
Injustice.
Pride event.
Because I think there will be
I
an
was just kidding.
Injustice 3 Pride event.
Oh.
I think by this time next. That's right. I'm calling it now. on June 6th when we record this, there's gonna be a playable version of Injustice 3 by next year. This time.
You were making such a. You started that with such a gusto for a bold claim. I was like, see, actually going to say I don't think there will be a Pride event next year.
Oh no,
I
don't.
was kidding.
I could literally not give a shit about the Injustice 2 mobile app.
No, I just meant in general.
Oh no, Pride Month. No, Pride Month gets better and better each year. I'm so excited. The DC Comics Pride stuff is happening this week.
That's
and
cool.
I'm very excited. they're not just doing for for AAPIH month they did one 80-pager and it was really good. I read the whole thing and I was very impressed. It was really, really good. I liked it a lot. They're doing multiple series. There's going to be a Crush series. There's going to be a Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy series. There's already a Harley Quinn graphic novel, but there's also going to be a Pride Month 80-pager.
Oh, cool.
And I'm very excited for that. I'm sure I already talked to you.
I don't think you've mentioned that, but
Have
that's
I not?
cool.
So Supergirl, right? The TV show?
Yeah.
Not the character. There's a character on that TV show. Her name is Dreamer. And Dreamer's actually from the comics. She's from the Legion of Superheroes. But this version of Dreamer is that character's ancestor because the Legion of Superheroes are from the future.
Okay.
And that version, the version of Dreamer on Supergirl, is a trans superhero played by a trans actress.
As it should be.
And yes. First of all, yes, if you're going to have a trans character, get a trans person to play them. But she is writing an 8-pager for that 80-pager for this character. So not only is this character's official comic book debut going to be in the Pride event, but it's going to be her writing the character that she popularized.
That's cool.
I'm so excited. I actually forgot, like, for a couple minutes that was happening so soon. I'm literally gonna DM a game of D&D and then go home and read like 9 or 10 individual gay comics. Okay, let's get to your new
sure.
your new temporary segment because I'm
Yes.
excited for it.
So, perusing Facebook,
Yes.
as one does, I stumbled across a sponsored, not commercial,
A targeted
a
advertisement.
target, exactly.
Because you are someone who on Facebook uses your likes and free time to peruse how the internet would qualify as nerd shit.
Yes. And this is quite possibly some of the nerdiest of shit. So the site is called Prop Store. So what I have come to the conclusion is Prop Store will auction off private collectors or studios film memorabilia.
Yeah, like actual
Actual stuff.
The thing they use in the film, you can see it on the film.
And they're not fucking around with these prices, so I'm
Right.
sure everything has to be authentic.
Right.
Or authenticated. So it seems like they'll take it from private collectors, they'll take it from the studios. They are accumulating stuff and have accumulated stuff for an auction. Needless to say, I have followed this page.
Yes.
But in doing so, I took some screenshots for this auction. This auction is June 29th, but you can bid early.
Yeah.
So you can do bids early.
We're not sponsored, by the way, or promoting them or whatever. We are just using this as the frame for
this is just something I found interesting,
Yeah.
and I'm just explaining.
Right.
I'm just simply explaining what these people do.
No, I just wanted to say, like, the only reason we're doing this is for the
Oh,
framework
right,
of
duh.
this game.
It's
not-
interesting.
Not because we're like, go do it.
No, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
no. Well, I assume probably most of the people listening, including myself, could not afford some of the things on this list.
Well, yeah.
So I took some screenshots of some of the items I thought were most interesting. I must have
And then from
20 on here.
Oh, nice. That's it. Yeah. And then from this point, it's basically just going to be Goop, except you asking me about
Right.
these things, right?
So, yes. So they have all the items listed, lot, number, whatever. And then, so it's an auction, so they can't tell you what it's going for, but they have an estimate of what they think it'll go
Right.
for between this number and this number. They also have a starting bid. Like, it will not go lower than this. So
Right.
we're going to pick 2 or 3 today.
Mm.
And I think I'm going to do a couple of my favorites.
Okay.
And I'm also, for this episode, I am going to begin with the most expensive item I found most
Okay.
expensive item I found, actually.
Okay.
Are you okay with that, or do you want to save that?
No, I don't care.
Okay, so we will save that for last for today. So let us start with lot number 196. The Muppets franchise, 1975 to present, Statler and Waldorf Muppet heads.
Ah, yes.
So,
you
I'm gonna zoom in to show you.
Oh God, there's a picture.
Oh, of course, there's a picture for everything. Do not zoom out because the prices are there.
right. Yeah.
So I just zoomed in.
Oh, okay,
There they
those
are.
Okay, those are cleaner than I thought they would be.
Some
I
of
thought
these
they were-
things are not.
I thought they were gonna be old and decrepit and missing eyeballs.
I
and
have
stuff.
a feeling this is from, because it says 1975 to present. There's definitely more than these two, Statler and Waldorf.
Right.
Like, I'm sure there's got to be 30 of these things in existence, and I'm sure this one is for the recent movies.
Yeah.
Because it is very clean,
Okay,
very well
so
kept.
Statler and Waldorf, not the most popular Muppet characters.
No. Also, just heads.
Also, it's just the heads.
no bodies. You
but the-
cannot puppeteer these
Right.
things.
But it is
It is the Muppets.
it is the Muppets. It is both of them. If it,
It
was
is
just,
both of them.
If it was just one of them, that's whatever. But they're like a duo. They don't appear without. You don't see Statler without Waldorf on any Muppet thing. They're
What
always
Jackass
together.
is selling one.
Right. What Jackass is buying one?
Right.
What Jackass is like? Well, I have one. I gotta get the other one. They did that shit when I went to Disney World. They were real big into that, like collect a pin and go up to a park
Oh,
member
I
and
used
be
to
like,
do that
give me that pin.
when I
they,
went.
They had separate Statler and Waldorf ones, and
Dumb.
I did get them both, but it like almost became more important to me than riding the fucking Mount Everest ride a fifth time than I kept my Statler pin to match my Waldorf one, which is weird because they were all free. So. Okay, so you informed me very graciously that you didn't see anything below 1,200, right?
Yes.
That's the
That
lowest.
is correct. $1,200 bare minimum
So
for this auction.
So actually, before I guess, because there is a range, are we gonna do it how I'm gonna say one number, and if I get within the range, I win?
I would say I want you to guess. Yeah, guess one number, and if it's within the range, you win. I think that is the way to go.
Okay.
Do you also want to do the starting bid
No.
number? No.
I think definitely.
I think I'll give you that.
Yeah, definitely tell us that.
Yeah.
But okay, so I think the Statler and Waldorf, definitely haunted heads. From 19, what did you fucking say?
75 to
75 until present. I'm gonna say 2,500.
$2,500.
Yes, 2,500.
The estimates for these heads combined are between $40,000 and $60,000.
Shit. You kidding me?
$40,000 to $60,000 is what
Oh,
they are expecting
God.
these heads to go
I'm
for.
gonna suck at
Starting
this.
bid. The starting bid is $20,000.
Why?
If you want Statler and Waldorf's heads, they are 20. That's a Muppets
Just
joke,
their
by the way.
heads.
They should take this auction and have them do like one of their bits where they're like, oh, well, our heads cost,
yeah.
our heads alone cost something like that. So I'm glad we started there, because now something as silly as that, you now have have somewhat of an idea.
Wait, that's the one that you said was the most expensive?
No, God, no. We're gonna
Oh.
end this
Oh,
podcast
that's gonna be
with
the
the
third
most
one.
expensive.
Got
yeah.
it. Okay.
All
All right. So what's the next one? Lay it on me.
So the next
I'm
one is
excited.
just for you.
Oh, okay. It's gonna
Lot number 187. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie.
Oh.
Did I already tell you this one? I did. This is the one I already told you. I told you off air. Forget it. For
Okay.
those of you listening at home, it's Kimberly's costume from the movie. It goes between $12,000 and $16,000.
Okay.
Sorry,
No,
that was
fine.
my fault. Did I also tell you that one? Lot number 146, Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. Jason Voorhees, Kane Hodder's Machete.
Machete. Oh, okay. Okay. So here's the thing with that one. Jason Goes to Hell is the worst one. I mean, not in my opinion, but everyone says that one's the worst one. It was the first one that I think Lionsgate at that point had it, and they added a bunch of sci-fi elements, and they also that movie has a weird crossover with the Evil Dead series and the Nightmare on Elm Street series. The fact that they say Kane Hodder by name is like
Well, they're just letting you know who used it.
right. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Kane
They
Hodder
do that
was,
with every single person that has had
Right.
to have touched one of these
'cause
props.
Kane Hodder is most well known for being Jason. He was the guy who played Jason in most of them, not the old ones, but most of the new ones. So it's not the mask; it's the machete.
The machete, which is not that iconic of a piece.
It also doesn't show up that much in the movie. If you've ever seen Jason Goes to Hell, Jason is like a weird body swapping alien, and like Jason Voorhees, as we know him, played by Kane Hodder in The Mask and everything, he's only in about 5.5 minutes of this movie at
Yeah.
the very beginning and the very end. So the machete doesn't. I don't think it
the
gets,
machete.
the machete the machete doesn't get used once, I think, and it only shows up for a small portion of the movie.
Can I also mention something else?
Sure. Yeah.
Once you receive this prop from
Yes.
auction and you put it in your house,
Yeah.
it is now just a machete.
Right.
There's
right.
nothing about this. I could buy a machete. Do some what do you call it when you like grind something down, make it look old?
Oh yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like and put it in my house and be like, oh yeah, that's from one of the Friday.
Well, that's the
13th
other
movies.
thing. You took it a step farther. I was gonna say like you take it home, you put it on your wall. Now it's the machete from whatever Jason movie you want it to be from.
Right. I mean, this one happens, and I'm sure it's gonna have authenticity papers and all that.
Right.
But
right.
like, somebody walks into your house and they're gonna say, "What's that?" If you have the Jason Voorhees mask, which there is one up for auction,
Right.
signed by Kane Hodder.
Is the machete signed by
no,
Kane Hodder?
no.
Okay.
And I want to make the clear distinction that the mask is, the machete isn't.
Okay.
So even one step further, if I went into somebody's house and I saw a machete signed by somebody, I think then I would assume it's from Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
But you walk into somebody's house, you see the hockey mask, signed or not, you know what it's from.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So there is a clear distinction between. This is not a very memorable piece,
right.
but however, it is a piece.
Right. 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 So, man, just based on the fact that, see, there's opposing thoughts because Kane Hodder held it while he played Jason
Right.
in the worst Friday the 13th movie. So I'm gonna say I know I went super low on the last one.
No,
and it
that's
fucked
okay.
me
That's
over,
okay.
But I'm gonna say
Stick with your gut.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm feeling good about 7,000.
I'm sorry, your clock is. Oh my God, the craziest thing just happened. I am gonna answer you in a second.
Okay, yeah. What
I took the
what's happening?
screenshot at 8:33.
Oh,
And it's 3:33 right now, and I was like, one of these two things are completely off.
I see.
I just had I forgot what time of day it was. $7,000. Final offer.
Yeah. No.
No.
Can I do? Are you okay if I change it or?
I would say keep it.
Okay, I'll keep it.
Estimates between $6,000 and $8,000.
Oh my God. Okay, I was gonna change it to 9. Oh my God.
Good job.
Oh my
Starting is
God.
$3,000, so you can get it for cheap if you're lucky.
Starting 3,000. Okay, yeah, that seems like something someone would show up to early and get it for like. I bet you that goes for like 4.2, 4.3.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen,
Ugh.
I haven't searched through this whole auction yet.
Yeah.
I will, now that I know we're going to do this, I will search through the whole thing. But
Plus, this is just one event you're searching through. They'll
that's
probably
what I'm
have
saying.
others,
If
right?
there's other auctions, I'm going to start doing this. We'll make this a whole thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, I still have like 17 we haven't even touched yet.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, I searched through most of this auction. This is the most expensive item I could find. It's
Yeah.
also one of the ones I was only taking screenshots of ones I thought were cool. This is also one that's super cool.
Yeah.
This is lot number 130, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. My least favorite Indiana Jones, but that's okay. 1984, Indiana Jones's Harrison Ford's fedora.
Okay, so
So hat.
I have seen the first Indiana Jones. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I've slept through the first
Oh.
Indiana Jones movie, maybe 3 or 4 times. Other than that, I'm really blind on this series. Temple of Doom's the second one.
Yes.
So not the one with Sean Connery.
Not the one with Sean Connery.
Not the one with the King of Red Lions from Wind Waker.
Correct.
That's who I remember. That's the voice I'm doing for that
Oh,
character.
yes. Yeah, right. Okay, I got it.
So, Indiana Jones, obviously very popular. Harrison Ford, the guy who played Indiana Jones.
Very popular.
Well, I was just saying, like, the fact that it is the guy who, like the Jason one, like the fact that it's the guy who played the guy from the
yeah.
Thing, you know? And it's his hat. It's not the whip.
Pauline said that too. I'd rather the hat.
Oh, me personally, if I'm gonna get one, yeah, I'd want the hat too. But I feel like holding something and wearing something is different. Like, I feel like if Harry Potter had a memorable hat, you'd want the wand more, or the wand would go for more money than the hat, you know? Or like
I actually have on this list, we'll do this another day. You said hat, replace hat with glasses. I have Harry Potter's glasses and Harry Potter's wand.
Oh, no shit. Okay,
on
yeah,
here.
let's do that next time. That sounds real fun.
But it's just funny how you said, like, iconic you wear or you hold.
Yeah.
I have literally the two Harry Potter things.
Okay, so getting back to the Indiana Jones thing, is this, so this is context I need because I don't know.
Yeah.
Is this is your
Oh,
least
do you
favorite?
want to see it?
No, I'm good. This is your least favorite. Is this the least favorite out of the movies?
I don't know enough Indiana Jones fans personally.
I know
to...
that the reboot.
No,
one likes.
duh. That's the least favorite.
Right.
Hands down.
But out of the three, would you say this is the one that?
I don't know. I don't know a lot of opinions. I think everybody's favorite, it's not mine, but I think everybody's favorite is the first one.
Oh, the first one. Okay.
Mine is the third one.
I mean, from what I've heard, that one's.
Can I tell you, though? I think just going forward, I wouldn't care so much about the specific movie as the franchise. I think franchise. I don't think these people doing this auction care about the movie at all.
Well,
I think they care about the franchise.
But I feel like it's got to be on a case-to-case basis because Indiana Jones, yes, I get it. Legendary franchise, beloved, super iconic fictional character. But the Friday the 13th series has gone through cycles. Like, it was really good, and then it was kind of good, and then it was bad, and then it was sort of good again.
See, I wouldn't go off of the machete because I have the mask from the same film.
Right.
And I have a feeling they don't care if it's a bad movie or a good one.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the mask, because it's a mask from the same film.
Right.
And I will say, not to ruin too much for the show, but it is. Let me double check. Yeah, it is significantly more money than the machete.
Okay.
But maybe
then maybe
the
I'm wrong
mask
about my
from his first appearance is outrageously more expensive than that one.
Right.
See, I don't know.
Well, it's I know I brought it up, but I'm just gonna keep talking about Friday the 13th if I don't move on. Maybe I was wrong then. Maybe I'm wrong about my theory about like wearing versus holding. Remind me again how much the fucking Waldorf head was.
$40,000 to $60,000.
Okay, and this is the most expensive.
This is the most expensive item, whether I took a screenshot or not, that I found.
Okay, earlier I had a number in my head, and I kind of liked it, but I think it was kind of high, so I'm gonna lower it a little. I'm gonna say $180,000.
What was your original guess?
$200,000.
Both would have been correct.
Oh wow. Okay.
This hat
Can't wait.
is estimated at between $150,000 to $250,000.
Wow, $100,000
Yep.
price on the estimate.
Yes.
What's the starting bid?
$75,000.
That's fucking low considering
what they're expecting.
Huh.
So I said to Pauline, Pauline, what if I get it for 75? That's huge savings.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you look at it like that, yeah,
she said
you're saving more money than you're spending.
Well, exactly. Thank you. And then she said, yeah, but that money could go to school. And I said, or I could wear my beautiful new fedora to school.
Pauline, that was of course a joke. I'm on your side. Chris, don't buy this.
I did have one item that I did take a screenshot of that I am tempted to put the opening bid. I just want to put the opening bid, and it's something so not like they have Star Wars and Harry Potter and Muppets
it's not
and
what
Indiana
it's
Jones.
not what you'd expect for Chris. Is that what you were gonna say?
No, I think it's something. If you know me personally, you'd say,
Oh,
"Oh, okay,
okay.
that makes sense." But it's so not at those levels, and it's so cheap in comparison to the things that are for sale.
Yeah.
It's one of the cheapest things on
Okay.
here. And I want to put the opening bid in, and like maybe nobody else bids for it, and I would be happy if I got it. I'm contemplating it.
Okay.
And you'll find out what that is in the next episode. That'll be
Cool.
the third one.
Cool.
Remind me next week that we're doing the 2 Harry Potter items in that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sounds good. I'm excited. I'm excited to not visit Goop for a couple weeks because my God.
Yeah, you want to do it like that? I was gonna say we could switch off, but it's up to you.
No, I'm liking this. Let's
Cool.
let's let this ride, and we'll get back. We're not done with Goop. We'll get back to Goop eventually, especially because Goop is a quote unquote legitimate storefront that changes its items periodically. So there's always content coming from the Goop website.
Right.
For this podcast. I know we didn't actually play Goop, but I do just want to say nobody buy anything from Goop. It's a big
Yeah,
scam.
sure.
Don't
Save your money from the toilet closet that they want you to buy, and put in your first bid for the Indiana Jones
Yeah.
hat, which actually already sold.
Oh,
I actually hold on. Everybody hold on.
you
It's sold, and they made a big deal about this item has sold. And see, I don't know what that. Can you get a pounds to dollars?
Oh yeah, Google can do that.
Okay, because achieve world record breaking prices with Prop Store. This is another advertisement. We are currently seeking film and television props, costume scripts, and artwork in our November London Entertainment Memorabilia live auction. This is a different one. I actually didn't even read this. I assumed they were just talking about the one that they were doing. Oh man, there's another one.
Nice.
With
content,
over
content.
20 years of experience, we reach a global audience of entertainment collectors and investors and offer cash advances for high-value content. So they're literally asking you to give memorabilia to this thing. Wow, and they have... oh, hold on. Ooh, exciting stuff. See? Oh, man, it doesn't specify if this is the Temple of Doom one. But one of the Indiana Jones hats sold for £390,000.
390,000 pounds is approximately 552,216
Oh my God.
and 69 cents.
Oh, yeah. That can't be the one that they're auctioning off now. Because you could win it in these early bids, I'm
Right.
assuming. So I saw that post, and I saw the price, and I was like, oh, it's already sold in the early bids. Fine.
Right.
But my God, that's double what they expected.
Yeah. Earlier you said
It's $500,000.
earlier you described Goop.com as a toilet closet, and I thought
No,
that was
no.
no. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was a very funny thing. You said a very accurate description of Goop.com. Then I remembered that they actually did try to sell us a toilet closet. Don't listen back to past episodes. I was gonna say listen back to past episodes, but watch our best of 2020. It made it into that.
Yeah.
That's the Goop segment that made it into that. That's a very good video.
As it should have.
And I think that does it for us because we've been going very long. But we had, accidentally had some time to kill today. So thank you so much for listening. If you like what you are listening to, please consider subscribing because it's free. I feel like not many people mention that, but subscribing is free. It takes no effort, essentially.
But it could help us in the long run.
It could, yeah. It would.
It will help us.
Yeah, it'll help a lot. We have videos. Basically, the goal is daily, but sometimes we miss some. Sorry.
Get over it.
Get over it. It's me you're talking to because every time we miss a video, I'm like, shoots. Our theme song is "Sunny Day" by Froggy and the Friendship, which you can find on their SoundCloud. The 8-bit version is what we use for our Let's Play, and that is also composed by them, and it's also on their SoundCloud. Links to that in the description. please follow us on twitch.tv slash Pietro Occult. I never usually say the URL, but I started, so why not? That's probably going to change soon, but the link is in the description for that as well. That's also free because we are not affiliate yet, so we legally can't charge you to follow us yet. So go follow us there. We stream every Sunday and Wednesday. If you're listening to this when it comes out, we're probably streaming right now because it's E3 week, and we're going to have a weird streaming schedule. We're probably going to stream once a day until Tuesday the 15th. So head on over to our Twitch, and we're probably live or going to be live soon or just finished being live watching one of the E3 press conferences. But yeah, did I mention our actual schedule? It's Wednesdays and Sundays. I can't remember if I did that. And that'll do it for us. Thank you so much for listening. And until next time, I've been Thunder.
I'm Lightning.
Stay safe, stay clean, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for listening and watching. And if you like what you see, please be sure to subscribe.
Our channel is daily uploads from podcasts to video essays, let's plays to skits.
Be sure to find us on Twitch and Patreon.
Our theme song is Sunny Day by Froggy and the Friendship, and our Let's Play intro is Sunny Bit by the same band.
Link to all these in the description below. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.